Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I rise in support of ACR 68, but I think we need to recognize something that is very sinister and is a huge part of the problem that we are facing. While we are deliberating and while we are voting, there are fentanyl dealers up and down the state of California who have 2,000 and 3,000 pills in their possession, and they may sell 1 or 2 to somebody's child. That child dies. We have law enforcement that would interdict and arrest that dealer, but because that dealer has less than the amount of kill potential, a kilo, that individual will receive no penalty, a misdemeanor out in 2 days. In Fresno, California, where we have a cross-section of freeways and easy egress and out, go to the 5th largest city in the state, we have fentanyl coming in, and it's destroying families and destroying lives. Our district attorney, our sheriff's department, our police officers, they're on the streets and they're interdicting, and they are arresting the dealers. But because the dealers have this wonderful loophole in the law, they don't spend a significant time in prison. And when you see a kill capacity of cocaine or heroin and the kill capacity of a fentanyl, which is an amount that's a few grains of salt, members, we do not live up to the hopes and dreams of this resolution unless we commit ourselves to holding the dealers responsible for when they deal to our kids and they are caught. This needs to be a felony, not a misdemeanor. We say we care about those who are hurt and killed, and yet we're taking the side of dealers by letting them out with misdemeanors and not closing this loophole. And so it's a bit disingenuous for us to sort of pat ourselves on the back for doing something, when in fact I'm not convinced that we are doing enough with respect to the dealers that knowingly are sending this poison out to our kids. And so I think we need to be very, very cognizant that there is, yes, our responsibility to help and to encourage and to get drug treatment to those that are using, so that they are not in that pipeline that the dealer hopes to access. I passed a bill last session. There are now 6 pilot projects funded in the budget and in the May revise to educate, to put organizations together, law enforcement, the schools, the hospitals, addiction counseling organizations. We do that in Fresno County right now. So we are, on the one side, we are informing, we are educating, we are helping those who are addicted. We are tracking fentanyl deaths in hospitals and tracking it back to dealers and suppliers. And yet, when we track it back to the dealer and the supplier, our district attorney, the most they can do is charge a misdemeanor right now. And so I urge us to think seriously about whose side are we on. Do we care more about the dealer and maybe having to go to prison for a few years? That's certainly a way to separate that dealer from their victims. Or are our hearts broken by the stories of death caused by these dealers?
30 seconds.
Where is our sympathy? I think it needs to be for those who have been hurt, killed. And I think our outrage and our cry for justice needs to be dedicated to the dealer who knowingly is distributing this poison. So I ask for us to do more than just resolutions. Let's act and keep these dealers in prison for a good long time.